work with David Thorne. We work at a haunted house, and this dude's got his voice stuck in my head. I worked in the Bayou section of the haunted house, so I was making my breakfast the other day, and I'm like, hey, I should eat my eggs right now. And then the next thing that popped in my head was, eat your eggs, Daniel Madrid! In the David Thorne voice. I don't know. We get into some fucked up shit in that haunted house, man. Like chasing after each other, making little kids cry and shit. Ah, man. Sometimes you gotta break your character, yo. Sometimes you gotta break character. I don't know. I commit to the bit, though, I'm about to commit to the bit right fucking now. I don't mean this shit I'm about to say. I'm just committing to the bit, Like, okay, so when I first met my Native American friend, I was like, hey, what are you? Are you like Mexican? Are you Filipino? Like, what are you? She's like, no, I'm Native American. And I'm like, crikey, mate. When I think of someone native to America, I think of someone holding a Budweiser and a burger. You look like you should be holding an lumpia and a taco. And she's like, no, I'm Native American as in like Indian. I'm Sioux, like from the Sioux tribe, like S-I-O-U-X. I'm Sioux. I'm like, oh, it was so very nice to meet you, Sue. Would you like some lamb vindaloo? Oh, I do not cook cow anymore. The last time I cooked cow, I got reincarnated as a rabbit. And not just any rabbit. I was a little bunny rabbit outside of Mr. McGregor's garden. And I could not resist his tasty radishes. I would take my stealthy little bunny feet and I would try to pitter-patter past the old man McGregor. And he would not hear me, but sometimes he would see me, woo! And I had to run away. But then one time he caught me and he said, I'm gonna turn you into rabbits too, motherfucker. I'm gonna cook you up with French fried potatoes. That's how me and David Thorne sound in the haunted house, by the way. But I was like, you're going to cook me up with French fried potatoes? That is so disrespectful to an Indian rabbit. How dare you turn me into a stew when you know you should be turning me into a curry? You better turn me into a curry, you stupid son of a bitch. And so he did. But then he tried to stuff me with carrots. I said, how dare you? Don't you know an Indian rabbit needs to be stuffed with spices? Spices and more spices. Fenugreek, cumin, mustard seed. Fenugreek, cumin, mustard seed. Enough to make your asshole bleed. Yellow! That's right. If I do not smell like your armpit after a long day in the garden, then you are not seasoning me right. I need to smell like your wife's pussy. Oh, you did not think I noticed? I can smell your wife's pussy from across the garden and behind the fence. You always get mad at your wife for talking to the neighbor's husbands, but I can smell that pussy. I would not touch that pussy with Sanjay's carrot. The whole time my Native American friends is looking at me like, what the fuck is wrong with this dude? But I will tell you, I went to like an Indian restaurant with his friends. Like Indian. The server comes up to me, they're like, hello, welcome to India Oven. And I'm like, how? I give her so much shit though. She'll like be giving me a ride to like Arden Fair Mall and I'll be like, hey, you gotta take a right on Howe Avenue. Hey, we got a quarter mile left on Howe Avenue. And then it'll be on the right. We pull up to Howe Avenue, it's like a big ass building with like windows and like a gold roof and like all this shit. I'm like, hey, we've arrived at the Taj Mahal and are your cousins here? I'm afraid to go in, I don't know, I'm afraid that someone's gonna turn me into a stew or something. But yeah. No, I kept going with the bit when I was talking to this girl. I was like, I do not make the lambs in the, that's why I do not make the lambs into curry, because they're very sensitive to cultural appropriation. You know, the last time I made a lamb into a curry, they came back as a lesbian with purple hair and they punched me in the face for cultural appropriation. I don't know. I'm pretty, like, sensitive to culture because I'm half Mexican, half white and shit. You know, I was raised half Mexican, half white. I was raised half Mexican Catholic, half white Catholic, and 100% alcoholic. You know what I'm saying? But it made me look at things from a different perspective, you know. I was looking at my white side from a Mexican perspective, and I'm looking at my white side from a Mexican perspective, you know. Like the white side of my family was always bragging about how much they paid for something. The Mexican side of the family was always bragging about how little they paid for something. My Mexican family, you know, I'd walk into their house, smell the air. I wonder which spare part of the animal I'm gonna eat today, huh? Walking my abuelita's house, she's like, mijo, do you like those chips? I got those at Dollar General for only 37 cents, huh? Look at that fridge, I got a 6-pack of Coca, mijo. I got a 6-pack of Coca for the 99 cent store for only 99 cents, huh? You're too comfy on that couch, mijo? I got that at Dollar General, out back, behind the dumpster. A little Febreze, that's good as no, mijo. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I also noticed those cholo dudes always find a way to look down on you. You know, they just tilt their eyes back. They tilt their head back and their eyes down like that. I'm down on you. Doesn't matter if your eye line's up there and their eye line's down here. They just tilt far back enough, you know, like, hey, put on. I'm looking down on your arms. And my hands are tilted down, so I'm looking down on your arms. Anyways, let's just bring your host back up, the horror Santa, David Thorne!